Hi everybody, Steve Olson, WSO update. March 9th, 2016. The red halo, which by the way, if it's sunshine around where you're at right now in the northern hemisphere, likely you can just go out and see it yourself, is now impossible for them to hide. Updates and images pour in from around the world. It's just unbelievable. But before we get started, I would like to just make one really quick public announcement. Corroboration and collaboration are the keys to understanding this event. That's the theme of this site. We welcome all points of view as long as they're polite, and we also are looking for deeper understanding. So challenging the ideas of this group is not forbidden. What is insulting, and then also I wanted to explain a concept called gang stalking. So because we're sharing some pretty controversial information, I think that there are probably some folks that are gang stalking the site, either for fun or for whatever reason. And just be aware that when gang stalking happens, they're trying to discredit the site or trying to discredit the speaker or the host or whatever. I just want you to know that that exists, and it could be happening to my site. And keep sending stuff to olson.steven.d@gmail.com. I really do appreciate the help. And let's get started today. The first thing I want to talk about is the red halo phenomenon. And let's get this thing blown up a little bit here. Okay. So the first thing you'll notice in this photograph, obviously, is the little red orb. And I'm getting the little Christmas orb. I'm getting a lot of feedback on it. In some cases, it looks like we're photographing it directly. In other cases, it looks like a reflection. In other cases, it just looks like the sun flare. So it's kind of a mysterious object to me too. But also in this photograph, you'll see that red halo in the background of the sun. And now it's following the sun across the middle sky, at least where I live in the northern hemisphere. Here's another example of the halo. Pay no attention to the blue dot in the middle. I don't know what that is. It could be a lens flare. I am trying to illustrate the halo around the sun, which is an unnatural phenomenon and which tells me something is coming towards us, enveloping either the sun or a part of the sunshine and reflecting in our skies, which is interesting to me. And I just want to talk about and think about it. Here it is again. You'll notice that they try like heck to try to obfuscate it. That's a very interesting chemtrail, because it actually is making a reflection up against that other cloud structure. But again, the halo, not able to hide it anymore. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on what this halo is and what it portends for us. So just so you know. And by the way, I have several photographs from my backyard. I'm trying to stick to subscriber photos because I think it's more useful. Now in this particular photograph, we see the chem dogs and the 3 points. And I just wanted to remind you of yesterday's video when we looked at the northern, from the North Pole, we could see all 4 points on this particular halo. It's very interesting. I can't explain it. Love to hear your thoughts. But it is definitely something obfuscating light because it's darker than the surrounding sky. They are trying like heck to cover it up. Okay? Alright, let's go on to the next thing. I'd like to go on to my photos. I don't really have a lot on the internet to show today, but I'm going to try to show you just a few current things that are happening on ALLSKYCAM here in a minute. Now, this is a photograph, again, showing the chemtrailing, showing the incredible amount of chemtrailing. But here, is that a lens flare up there? Guys, tell me if that's a lens flare. It could be, but it seems to have dimensionality to it. And it seems like every time we have a chance to see that halo really plainly, especially at sunset, they really chemtrail it. Again, we're seeing this shape in a lot of the contributed photographs. This is somebody that took a photograph through a welding glass, which I'm always pretty skeptical of. Because you're adding another plane of glass for a lens flare, but just an interesting shape in this one, and a brighter spot than the other spots around the sun, which is kind of interesting. Next photograph here. Ominous clouds from all over the world. There's that funny orb. Now, in this particular case, it looks like clearly a lens flare. And maybe this is the sun. Maybe these are the camera trying to adjust to it. I don't know, but let's keep thinking about it, and looking at it. Saw this on also this kind of multicolored reflection and flare, call it whatever you want to, but it just is weird, right? And I saw it also on the Canadian telescope in Hawaii, or the observatory SkyCam there. Go look at that. Now here's some just wild stuff. Somebody did some actual, you know, work on sun imagery and was catching this kind of object and their different treatments to it. Stop this if you'd like to read it, but it's just another study on the orb. Interesting artwork throughout history, again being contributed to me or pointed out to me, that shows different phenomenon through the ages. This straight line thing coming out on the side again with the kind of strange shape, and I'll just zoom in on it here a little bit, almost, you know, matching what we're seeing in previous videos. This I know, right? It's just overwhelming, all the stuff that we're seeing here. Let's flip this right so you can see. But this is just showing that, you know, dot on the sun. This is a lens flare, but again, we're seeing this kind of protuberance. Neat picture up against the building showing the possible double light source. This, I think, is the object that in question. This is its reflection. Another amazing ISS photograph of something coming up over the horizon. Blue orb at night, photographed with a brand new camera. I don't know what that is. And then just another rendering of that. Now this one is cool because it was taken from this, you know, clearly a camera. But it had the kind of cool red, you know, dots all around the sun that we see with a lot of it. But then again, what she, you know, what this gal needed to understand is that is kind of an interesting thing to see. Right? I just scratched my head if you want to know. There's another reflection of that strange reflection that we're seeing from the sun in some cases. You can stop this one and take a look at it. This is like a deep study of this photograph with all the different objects showing up from the Western UK. Wow. Okay. Now it's time for our popular Ray segment, where Ray breaks down, or Roy, I call him Ray every time, Roy, the popular Roy segment, who is still working his fingers to the bones in support of the channel. And I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to put Roy's pictures up and let them do the talking, because he does the writing on here. I will blow them up a little bit so that you can see them better. Not too much, Steve. Alright, right about there is probably right. And let me start some music for you, and I will just shut up and you can look at Ray's pictures and read them for yourself. Really gets you thinking about what's happening, man. I'm freaking out today. You can tell probably in my voice I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I get scared too, man. And that's when I go back to meditating and putting my faith into Jesus, man. That's the value of having Jesus at your back. And I encourage you to start to prepare, man. This is getting close. I don't care what the other people have said throughout the last 20 years, 50 years. You can stop it on any of these and read these. I'm just going to flip through them. Roy, we love you, man. May God give you strength. All over North America, Ray. Norway. Man. God, I'm begging you to go to Jesus right now, man. I really am. I love you, my subscribers, and I accept all faiths, and I want you all to come here and feel welcome here, but I am begging you to go to Jesus Christ right now. Just open your heart up to him. He'll come. Don't be afraid of him. He's not going to hurt you. Craigie, we've seen this for a while. We're seeing on more and more North American cameras. Thanks again, Roy. We appreciate your efforts and showing us all this information. And wanted to stop by just showing you guys, if you want to go to ALLSKYCAM during the day now, we're seeing the refraction as Ray is teaching us in Winter Haven, Florida. This is a current image. Also caught it in Georgia. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Keep praying, and God bless. I hope you all have a wonderful day.